What's the easiest, fastest way to seam two different carpets together in a bedroom doorway to a hallway? In this video, I'm going to break it down for you. What's cracking? It's Carpet Mike here from CarpetExpertBlueprint.com. And yes, indeed, we are going to walk step by step how to cut a seam. Now, you missed it. See, I finished cutting the first part of that seam. When I first started recording, I lobbed off half my thumb there. That's why you see all that good duct tape action on my thumb there. So now we're back to business. The first seam, we just threw a nice clean edge on it with a fresh blade, and we know the blade is fresh because I lobbed my thumb off. Next, we cut down the hallway piece of carpet. That's our new carpet, and the bedroom carpet is old carpet. Now, we're kicking up this corner of the hallway just to make sure it's nice and tight in front of the doorway. After we seam that, we could kick it to the wall directly behind me. But let's focus on the seam here. I'm talking too much. So the edge of the old carpet, I'm actually putting little notches along the edge of that going into the new carpet. So I could throw a nice clean edge on that. And then we're going to seam these two together. So I got them folded back. We're going to play connect the dots on all those little slits I just put in. Just take your fresh blade all the way down. Like I said, watch those fingertips. I preach that in every video, but in this one, I needed to take my own advice. So boom, boom, we're good to go. All right, everything's looking good. Now we need to get us a little bit of seam tape. Let's get that there. All right, seam tape is in play. Let's lob that off. We're going to go ahead and throw some stuff around. Oh, did you notice I forgot my tripod today? So we have this propped up on 3 little carpet squares and leaning up against the water bottle. Always be creative. Never, ever, ever stop doing what you're doing because you forgot something. Always figure out a way to get it done. There's your motivation for the day. All right, we got the taped. Life is good. Any loose strings we're going to trim off with our knife, as you just seen there. Now we got to go grab the iron, which is heating up all the way down there. So let's go ahead and bring this over to the doorway now. Get that into play. Biggity bam. That should be a commercial for the seam iron right there. That was a fantastic shot. Okay, let's go ahead and drop that in there. Funny thing is I always burn them on 4, and then when I dropped that in there, I realized it was only cooking on 3, so then I had to plug it back in, jack up the heat because it was Chase Nasty's iron and not my iron that I'm used to, but that's okay. We're good to go. We're going to go ahead, get this thing toasting up, and burn it together. So, if you're cooking it as a DIY type person, you just got into the game, leave your iron between 2 and 3 on the temperature settings. Take a little more time blending it in. Me, I like to cook them on 4 and just blast them out really quick. So, depending upon what temperature you have it on, if you have it between 2 and 3, you may want to let the iron sit in place for a good 10 to 20 seconds. If it's on 4, no more than 10 seconds, and it'll be ready to rock. Slide an iron's length forward each time you melt it. If you got any gaps in the seam, you can just take your knee kicker and just go ahead and press that together. And then once it dries, you'll be good to go. So everything's looking good there. Let's go ahead and slide that iron all the way to the end, put that last little bit together. And then when we take it out, we got to do a little swoop action with that iron there. If you don't do the swoop, glue gets all over the top of the carpet, and that just totally sets you back the rest of the day. All angry and everything, can't have that. Watch this swoop action here. See how we swoop that like that? Boom, that's how you pull the iron out. All right, let's get the rest of that seam put together there. Just make sure no fibers are falling down in the glue. Hang tight. I'm going to show you the final action there so you can see exactly what the seam looks like when it's all said and done. Blend it in with your fingertips, tuck the edges, and like I said, let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes, and then you could stretch the rest of the room in. But look at that, biggity bam. Kind of hard to mess up 2 different colored carpets when you're seaming them together. So, any questions, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.